Hey there people, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Time just turned midnight, 12:30 here, and I'm going to do a video from very close, okay? Very close to you, very spooky and very creepy, I understand, but there's a reason for it. I always tell you, I have two mic in two different houses. The older one is here. So this is my Boya, and this thing sort of decides to cheat on me or act up on me whenever I decide to have something very special. I charged this mic last night for like more than 1 hour or so, and it just somehow drains out. I don't know, something is weird about it. It has its own soul, evil soul, so it died. So I decided, I'm going to do the video still because I have a very nice idea. I just sprayed a perfume before I'm going to hit bed. I'm very tired, very long day, a lot of work running and stuff. You have seen me doing videos from the house. I did a lot of housework. So I was going to sleep, then suddenly I was going to just freshen up, and I was going to just looking at my collection. Sometimes it happens, right? You randomly go to your collection and you just go like, I haven't used that for a while, and you just spray it and you go like, wow, that is one of my favorite fragrances, right? So I want to do this 12 fragrance list today, which has nothing to do with winter. Hopefully you'll still hear me, even though the sound's gonna sound strange without the mic. It's a straight phone and me, okay? But hopefully you can hear me, and I'll write down the names. I really want to do this video. I cannot wait. For half an hour I'll fall asleep. So 12 fragrances here without any ranking, okay? Like all of them from different price bracket, but I think one thing all in common is designer perfumes, okay? And one is a female fragrance, which I love myself. I wear it. Some fragrance you see, I have quite a few women's perfumes. If I like them, I wear them, right? So let's go hit the list and I'll tell you how they are my favorite. First fragrance, nothing to do with performance, nothing to do with the season, nothing. It's just purely the way they smell. This is a very affordable perfume from House of Calvin Klein called CK1 Shock for men, okay? There's also one for women. I have basically the whole line at the back, and this is known to be one of the finest, most affordable fruity tobacco scents, which is good for perhaps cold weathers. And the vintage version used to have a silver spray, okay? This version would be silver. That is to last quite a long time, I heard. And UK, I saw that bottle, I never bought it, but in UK I also saw, in perhaps in London or Manchester, I saw this neon sign. I felt like this was new that time, and I was like, too ugly, that graffiti and all that. I was not fond of this. It looks kind of childish, right? It looks like they ruined the bottle. Without this, imagine the bottle looks so much cooler. But then I heard a lot about this fragrance, a lot of reviewers talk about it. I decided to try this one day, and imagine you spray this perfume and you go like, wow, that is different. This is not what I expected. Very unexpected reaction for me. Like the bottle is fugly, but the perfume in there is very good. The longevity from this is not crazy. Like CK1 and this lasts about the same. I wear this throughout the year, but this is one of my favorite smelling Calvin Klein fragrance. Very underrated. If you ever get a chance, give it a try. CK1 Shock for him. Beautiful fragrance. Love this. I'm gonna get a backup bottle of it because prices of fragrance are going high. Next one is going to be perhaps number 11. I actually picked a few fragrances, then I cut them off from the list because maybe I have shown them way too many times, like common ones like DHI, Lanui, The One. I have few common ones, but I decided to remove them because they are too obvious if people know them. So this one is obvious because I like it, but it's not everybody's favorite. This is called Polo Blue. This fragrance started my journey. I had started with Lacoste, Bourhomme, Boss Bottled, this one. Few of the other ones were Dunhill's Red, Desire Red. So these fragrances were very close to me. Armani's Code. So when I smell Polo Blue, I go nostalgia. Like I full on nostalgia, because the way this smells, this reminds me of my younger days when I was a student, and I used to wear the heck out of it. I mean, it would die very quickly in Malaysian heat, but this is a very special perfume to my in my life. This fragrance literally reminds me of all the driving days, all the trips, all the time with my friends, the picnic, we used to go take trips to Cameron Highlands, Genting Highlands, a lot of places, the eat time. This is all that in a bottle. If you never smelled it, I would say if you are a fan of aquatic, ozonic blue fragrances, definitely keep in mind Polo Blue is there, okay? The EDT, the newer ones, they're different, but the Polo Blue EDT itself is a very nice fragrance. I love that smell. The number 10 is one of the most unexpected fragrances. This perfume, nobody shows this house even. This is Cartier, and this is Cartier I think Roadster Sport. Okay, this perfume is one of a kind, very hard to find, discontinued gem. This is a flanker to the Roadster. They have couple of other, I think speedometer or something like speed or something. This never got to try that. So there are 3 or 4 in the line, and this fragrance is the lesser known one, younger cousin of or brother of Roadster. Roadster is a mint heavy fragrance with that patchouli, vanilla, like a very weird combination, right? This thing, I still smell some of that original. Definitely it is a flanker, but there is the mint is less. It's kind of like they use kind of like a lemony, and then the reduced that heaviness of the original. This is a very, very classy fragrance. This is not just a sporty perfume. If you consider this a sport, you're gonna be having Jaguar Roadster driving. Like what's that movie? Is it Crazy Beautiful? No, one of my favorite movies of all time. Ah man, the 3 actors: Reese Witherspoon, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Ryan Philippe. I have to remember the name. Hold on. Yeah, I sometimes the name just doesn't come to me. It's called Cruel Intentions. If you never watched that movie, this was our time. I enjoyed that movie so much. The dark humor, the intelligent little lines, and he was the brat. He falls in love with Reese Witherspoon in the end, and such a great film. Okay, I love that movie. So there's this mention of Jaguar. There's a bet they go for, which was the Jaguar Roadster, and this fragrance reminds me of that very classy, posh, elegant fragrance. This is called Roadster Sport by Cartier. There is a watch, basically Roadster watch from Cartier, which has a dial, or this one is called the crown, right? Yeah, the crown looks like that. So Cartier watch is very famous and very expensive. So you can afford this. You can afford the watches in general, unless you are filthy rich. Next one is going to put a smile on my face because I am instantly remind me of my friend. I'm instantly reminded of my friend because he loves this. This is Ferrari Bright Neroli. And when I talk about my friend, I talk about Thomas. I know he watches my videos, and if he does by any chance watches this, he's gonna have a chuckle, and he's going to understand the whole point. He hates Neroli, and I love this perfume. He said he hates Neroli based any fragrances. For some reason, Ferrari Bright Neroli is one of my favorite fragrances. First day I sniffed it, the story is, first day I picked it up, I had huge weight. One of the pages here got it like after 2-3 weeks of weight, USB, and I went with a CNG. CNG means a small, we call it tampoo. I don't know, like not tampon. We go with this little trishaw but run on battery, like engine. So I went there, I paid a lot of money to go there, and I collected it. I couldn't wait. I sprayed on the way. I immediately felt this is the most beautiful fragrance in my collection until 2017, right? And that point, I thought this was the most prettiest perfumes ever. I don't care what people say. And with all due respect, there's a lot of fragrances that is similar to this Neroli Portofino 4711 cologne. This is in the same line, but the beauty of this, something in it is just so stunning. The bottle is beautiful, and this is now hard to find. It used to be $25, then 75, and then 20 something again, and now 75 back or more, right? I love this fragrance. One of the best designer perfumes is Ferrari Bright Neroli for me. Beautiful orange flower Neroli, and it has this quality about it. You just smell it, and it doesn't smell like a $25 cologne. That's the best part. Just love it. I wish I could find a backup bottle, but this is all I have. Beautiful line. Ferrari's Essence line, I think, and this is called Bright Neroli. Next one is the women's perfume that I was talking about, and this is actually now discontinued, just like the male one. They came in a pair, okay, one for men, one for women. I'm sorry, I'm trying to wipe the bottle cap. These caps can get dirty very quickly because of the shiny nature. Oh man. So this is from House of Hugo Boss, and Hugo Boss have a couple of fragrances. Let me show you what it is. This is Hugo Boss, the scent Private Accord. Doesn't look like Private Accord, does it? It's the women's version, and the thing is, women's version is so much better than men's version. This is a secret I'm telling you. Do tell others. Make it official. So this perfume, you need. I think I heard a puppy. Did you hear that? Like there's a sound like ow, ow, ow. Hope it's not a human being. That would be freaky. Anyway, because okay, coming back to this. This is such a beautiful fragrance, okay? Why do I say that? It has coffee, it has chocolate, it has gourmand touches, it's sweet, it's heavy, it feels like evening gown, very pretty. But this intensity of it is so much more than the men's one. And if you actually enjoy coffee, you would like this, okay? if you just can wear women oriented perfume, you can definitely, you know, try this. I would say highly recommend this. Hugo Boss the scent Private Accord for women. Okay, next one similar to that, but it's a men's release. Oh man, I think my parents sort of turn on the lights so the birds are waking up. Anyway, this now I officially discussed that this is getting hard to find in our region. Certain region they still have it in abundance, so I do not think it's totally discontinued, but our side of the world it's very hard to find, very expensive. So some part I think they decided to not produce it anymore for those countries. This is the victim. So this is called Paco Rabanne 1 Million Lucky. 1 Million Lucky is such a fragrance, you know, it is the pretty one from the line. From this line there are plenty other hits, bigger hits than this. 1 Million Original, absolutely gold. The cologne, I think it's a dog anyway, but you know, you never know. So there are a lot of the other ones. Intense is good. Then I do like Elixir, beautiful, beautiful. The Royal, very beautiful. But 1 Million Lucky is the one that I really reach for when I want to wear nothing heavy. This is sweet, but not obvious. There's a freshness about it. There's a hazelnut, caramel, sort of like and then also a little bit of a what do you call, like caramel popcorn vibe. This is my official, when I go to cinemas, you know, this is what I put on, right? It's a very playful, long lasting fragrance called 1 Million Lucky. Let me see what's up with the birds, then I'll continue. All right, the birds are not sorted, maybe they woke up, whatever. So now 6 are gone, then we're going to have 6 more. It's going to be a long video. Okay, so let me show you the reason why I did this video. This fragrance I do not think it's worth it anymore for at least the price value or the performance. It sucks. This is the worst performing fragrance and the most expensive, worst perfume fragrances of all time. And this is called Bleu De Chanel. I'm showing you the EDT. I owned everything from this line. I reviewed, I tried. I have good memories of Bleu De Chanel. And I got Bleu De Chanel before Dior Sauvage, I think back in the days, because I know people said it's overpriced, overhyped, don't get the performance. I never got performance from Bleu De Chanel except the EDP in winter. Okay, the EDP version. Parfum is also good in winter, but this particular one is just like a 45 minutes charm and that's it. And some of you say, what's the point of buying a fragrance for $150 for 100 ml of this just for the brand name and the bottle? Yeah, people are buying that. But I will say something at least revived from this is this fragrance smells stunning. I don't have that much you know, like a way to express how beautiful or something. This is not my best fragrance for sure, but it's one of those nice fragrances. I love the DNA. I tried many alternatives to this. Some of them would be Untold, which is somewhere here. Okay, Arm of Club Dini. This one, this is called Iconic. If you get that, this fragrance is 8 times or 7 times more performing than this, and that is for a fraction of a cost. But the thing is, that doesn't smell as good as Bleu De Chanel in the opening. Bleu De Chanel in the opening, there's something about it. They made this opening that no one could replicate. No one could give you that quality of grapefruit. The grapefruit note in this is to die for. And I still go back to this when I just want to enjoy my private moment, or not private moment, like private, you know, like my space, you know, just want to smell nice going to bed or something. I put Bleu De Chanel, one of the nicest smelling designer fragrance of all time, but way overhyped, overpriced, and underperforming. Next one is my signature scents elder brother. This is Boss Bottled EDP Intense. Juice color is significantly darker than the EDT. Okay, see them side by side. This is 200 ml, this is 100 ml. If you pressed it down, this 200 ml, and put it in one bottle, that would be Boss Bottle EDP Intense. Exactly same smell. And also the scent profile is not so much different, except this leather accord in there, which is more amped up. So this is a fragrance I truly love. I love Boss Bottle, and I love this. There's so much beauty in this. It's the simplest, most common perfume that everybody knows this DNA. Everybody wears it. You smell it and you know, like, people smell good, but it's a very common smell. Boss Bottle, cinnamon, apple, and I think mild other spices, and maybe a little bit of other notes like woody or something, is the perfect Christmas scent for me. And it is very professional, very masculine, and then the leather accord in the end makes this fragrance German tough. Okay, so I like that, and I do love this scent for its scent profile. Boss Bottled, you can say any of them, EDT, EDT Intense, EDP, EDP Intense, whatever, they're all the same, but EDP Intense is the known one. Next one, another one, I was cleaning my bottles after a long time, and I saw this beauty at the back. I haven't reached for it a while, and that's called Bulgaria Mara. This is those good times, and some of you will be like, man, this fragrance had so much hype, what happened? You know, things go hyped and then the hype gets lost. At one time this was going for $45, nobody bought it. Now people are paying $150 to get this because this is so unique now, so hard to find, and discontinued obviously. So this one in Atlantic, if you never tried them, I would humbly suggest try them. They're both fantastic fragrances. Like, this is different kind of fresh perfume. I use this and Dylan Blue in winter, and this fragrance reminds me of sunset, going by the beach, sunset, and you can smell the sand, you can smell some weird fruit like wood apple or something like that. I get the smell from this. Is very weird, and it has this oceanic accord as well. So you can say it is like a fruitier cousin, like this color cousin of Essenza perhaps. Okay, very very good performer, and women love this smell. Bulgaria Mara, one of my favorite fragrances. And I do want to mention my brother Shafi Bhai, who loves this fragrance. We both, you know, had huge love for this perfume. Number 3, number 2, number 1. Special fragrance day, right? Cartier Declaration D'un Soir. This perfume, first day, every time I tell this story, first day I smell this and I smell La Nuit de l'Homme. I bought this first, okay? No other fragrance has this effect on me in the opening, like except number 1, okay? The other ones, they're good, overall good, but when you spray things for the first time, like you see a beautiful woman for the first time and you feel this, like, you know, blood rush or your heart pumping for the first time so hard, like so fast, not hard, so fast, so hard would be wrong, so fast, and you'll be like thinking like, wow, I never smelled or met something like this in my life. So truly you become mesmerized. This simple bottle, okay, I bought a backup, and I think this is the last bottle I'm ever gonna find because this is very rare. Declaration D'un Soir is the best rose fragrance in my humble opinion until now. There are many fragrances out there, the pink pepper, this, and the sandalwood. This is something to die for. This is one of the most beloved fragrances in the world, okay? So Declaration D'un Soir, obviously, it's a stunning masterpiece. If you never tried that, find it. Even a small bottle is worth it, okay? Like Prada Amber Purum. I'm not showing you today, but same effect on me. Number 2, let's show one of my favorite fragrances. There's a lot of paranormal activities going on. Something just fell. Anyway, CK reveal for him. I'm showing you some discontinued ones for you to be hyped up instead of chasing some niche fragrances, some lame, you know, releases, flankers for 150, like Aqva Perfume. Get it for $200. No, man, no. Get a niche, get an Axos or something interesting. This fragrance, CK reveal, used to be $35. Now prices are going double, because very hard to find. The 30 ml of these is, people are asking for $25, okay? So you know. So this is brandy, and I love the way this smells. This is wow. This is another beautiful fragrance. I love it more than Ultramale. Ultramale has beauty, definite, no doubt about it. Ultramale has this sweet, fruity, kind of like a powdery, like a nice fruity blast. First time I smelled it, I liked it, but first time I smelled CK reveal, I liked it way more. Okay, so this one I hyped since my birth in fragrance community, and this one and Dunning Icon, these two fragrances are always hyped, always hyped. So I feel very proud to call this my signature scent as well. This is a stunning perfume, okay? CK is one one of the best fragrance. I had some cold, think some sweets. So this fragrance you need to try it, just for the smell. Performance is stellar, everything. It's a bad boy. Think of CH-Man Privé meets something sweet. This is the fragrance. Beautiful, beautiful masterpiece. Last one. This is the one, the newest out of all. I think this is released way after all these fragrances, but this is now my number 1. You understand the hype? And I created kind of like a mini hype here in Bangladesh. People are buying this left and right, and every time a seller brings this, it gets sold out, and I do take the credit, okay? And this is called Brioni EDP Intense for men, and the main credit I'll give for me to know this is Max Forte, okay? This guy talked about it, and then the hype went up. Other guys started talking about it, and I wanted to try it. Love the magnetic cap, love the bottle, love the atomizer detailing. Everything is just top notch, and this perfume looks like a very up-class fragrance, doesn't look cheap anyway. When I smell this, you know, there's something in it, okay? I call this the niche version of, you can say, Layton, Boss Bottle. It's like those type, but it also has some spices in it. It's very strange. It is familiar, but it's also mysterious. It's like that. Okay, let's say Armani Code Perfume, and then imagine they're having a chat. This one smells like Coat Perfume, Boss Bottled, Layton. Many of the other ones maybe something from niche line. This is niche quality juice. Longevity in winter is gonna be better, but it is not the most deep fragrance. It has maybe like 7.5 to 8 out of 10 performance, but for the smell, this is the best smelling fragrance today in my list according to my taste. Okay, I will say you can love any of these fragrances or any other, and you can say this is trash. Absolutely fine. This is called accurate taste, and that's why I want to do this list today. Bleu De Chanel made me do it. Ended with Brioni EDP Intense for men. So do let me know. Do let me know what are your most favorite smelling fragrances, even if they have performance issue but you still love them. What are those fragrances? I would love to read your comments. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Love you. Thanks if you watched all this way. Take care.